Everyone, welcome back to the Tech Stop. Today I'm going to go over a couple things real quick, but we're showing you some Kein tools and some Milwaukee screwdrivers, and all this stuff is relatively new. Very exciting that I have these tools now and that I'll start to be able to use them, and they're at a good price point. First off, I just want to say that I greatly appreciate all the support that the channel's been getting as of late. Have two videos that are both over 20,000 views. I think one's at 25,000 and one's at 23,000. So we are getting that viewership as far as hours are concerned, so that this channel can start moving forward. If you do have a second, please hit that subscribe button. That also helps me out very, very much, in the channel growth. I have not been posting too much as of late, and the reason that is because I have been busy with work. I work for kind of part-time an electrical contractor who is mainly focused on datacom work, so low voltage. And I have also, as of March, established my own company doing IT-based work with a little bit of datacom in the side, and mainly focused on the pieces of equipment that I'm installing. So I'm not necessarily marketing to contractors to come in and install their low voltage for them. I'm installing equipment or camera systems and things like that, and if cable is required, that's when I would pull it. So yeah, I enjoy it because most of my knowledge is based around IT work, so I want to be able to utilize that rather than just pulling cable. And I do have a background with electrical as well. However, I don't do too many videos and talking about that because I am not an electrical contractor. I don't want to give anybody advice or help anybody make decisions. You should talk to somebody who is licensed to do that. However, all my work is done well and neat under an electrical contractor. So what I'm showing you today is some new stuff. I don't know how long the Milwaukee screwdrivers have been out, but all these Kein tools right here in front of you, minus the punch down tool, are very, very new. And I have been thoroughly impressed with them. This is the Scout Pro 3 right here, and we've had two other editions of it. The first one was just a normal one, and then the second one had some more features like tons of remotes that you could use to map out all your different cables in a certain area. But with these right here, they have some functions that tie all of these units together as far as functionality is concerned. We're going to go ahead and hit those Kein tools last, and I'll show you these Milwaukee screwdrivers real quick, which are a great value. So these screwdrivers right here run, I think, $20 to $30, and I bought them at the Home Depot about a week ago, and I just took them out of their packaging recently. And the reason I actually went in there is because I was looking for an insulated number 2 square, just to use for breakers. Some receptacles and switches and things like that have the option to use. Usually it's a number 1 square, but main usage was for breakers. I wanted to be able to get a tight fitment and without using a flat head, and I had snapped one of my cheaper number 2 squares, which is a really rare thing, but I also snapped a flathead that same day too. Cheap tools, mind you, not the nicer stuff. And the reason that is when I'm doing somebody else's job, like doing work for another contractor, some of the times they'll supply the tools, which if they're supplying it, usually I will use it just to save some cost on my side, but I learned my lesson on that one for sure. So I went and bought these because they were cheap, and it was in a 3-pack. You just have your normal Phillips and flathead, but there's a third screwdriver in here, which is interesting, and I've seen different versions of it before. But this right here is a flat blade with a number 2 square in the middle. So if you look at the terminal on a breaker, it is either flathead or number 2 square. Well, this gives you both to where it's a more tight fitment in there, and the screwdriver will not slip out like a flathead would. So it allows you to put that same torque down, which is really nice. And for the cost of these are insulated and rated as such. So definitely pick them up and put them in your bag. Not saying they are superior than any other brand like Kein, but they're just solid tools so far. And I've had other friends who have these same exact screwdrivers who they've had for I think about a month or two, and they had the older version of it as well, and they like them too. So yeah, that's just a little tidbit for you. Hopefully you like them, Alright, now to the next stuff. Alright, so now we are on to the Kein stuff. So I'll go ahead and slide these things back a little bit. And we're going to be talking about this right here first. So this all comes in one bundle right here. This is their punch down tool. it is in the $60 range, and it is an impact tool. So it comes with this pouch, and it is a nice feature that it does already come with one of these. However, I don't use it too much if you're trying to pull a wire out of a keystone or something like that. But here's the tool itself. I've actually owned another one of these for several years now. They've been out, and I've lost a couple too, but this is right here. It's a pretty decent tool. It's a little bit heavy compared to the other ones, but it works nice. 60 bucks, and you just use it. You know, it does 66 block and 110. So pretty much anything you need to in the data field. Nice tool to have, and it comes with its own pouch. Alright, I was just interrupted by some noise here, but moving on back to the Shonan Probe here. So this comes in a kit, and basically it's a normal unit. It has a headphone jack on it and volume control, and it has a fairly dim flashlight. But it does pretty much everything that you need it to, and it's very similar to the Fluke. So if you go ahead, we're going to go ahead and power it up here. It is analog, and we'll turn the volume up a little bit. This toner has 3 different frequencies, and once you go through the solid tone, you can switch back to where it'll bounce back between 2 frequencies. And it also has the verifying process as well as a continuity checker inside. So here's how it works. Tone 1, 2, 3. Now that's back and forth. And now if you short it out, it changes to a different tone. So that's how you verify it. And also, you can use this just has an RJ11 connector on there, but you can use that for data or phone. Now, this toner is nice to have because it has more functionality, but here's one of the things that ties the whole bundle in together, and that's why it makes it useful. The Scout Pro 3 has a toner built into it, like the Fluke micro scanner. So we're going to go ahead and power it up here. It has a backlit option or a non-backlit option. We're going to go ahead and turn the backlight off just for battery consumption here. And on this one, you can do telephone line. You can do coax line, so your RG6, RG59, RG11, and you can do a network connection. It will tell you if there's PoE on the line or anything like that. You can do a distance test. And this right here, if you hit this button, this is a toner. So you can go from 3 different frequencies as well, not the same. But if we go ahead and turn our toner on here, turn it up. And there's actually 5 different frequencies. So that's how that works too, and they can work with each other, and that's useful because maybe you're on a job site where you already have this hooked up to a patch panel and you're testing. You can have the other individual with this, or if you're carrying this around from room to room and they don't have a toner with them, they can just put it in toner mode and you can use this device too. It doesn't have the verifying function that this one does though, but it's very nice that they're all tuned in. Very good tool for you to have if you want to know distance and be able to test for continuity or any shorts or anything like that. It's obviously not a certifier. Certifiers do a lot more as far as the quality of the cable, making sure that it is not CCA cable, aluminum cable, which would be not recommended by most, not suitable for PoE. Breaks down faster, isn't as strong for tensile strength, and it's overall not a good quality cable. So certifiers make sure that you have a good quality cable in there, that the terminations are correct, and that there is no noise, that it's not near any electrical lines, that there is not signal loss, things like that. And they can get very expensive. Fluke's nice one costs around 10 grand. I don't own one of those, but anyway, so this right here also has a remote that pops off the bottom, and then you can put it back on there. That's how you do your whole 8-pair testing, and this is just for identifying. You have the standard one, comes with 5 of each and a F barrel connector, and that's basically it, just a normal network tester. But however, if you are buying Fluke, I will say that Fluke still has some better options, but if you're on a budget or don't need those functionalities, the micro scanner is a $400 to $500 tool for the baseline one. It does not come with all those remotes, so you'd have to buy those remotes. The basic Shonan Probe set that Fluke sells is a $110 unit, and I really want to say that it doesn't feel as rugged as this unit, and but that Fluke does make superior tools in as far as most of these things are concerned. So I still love Fluke. However, this whole set, if I was doing Fluke, would cost me somewhere around 650 bucks, and I got all this right here for around 250 bucks. So it just kind of depends on what you need and what's best suited for your job site. Thanks for watching this short video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned about some new tools that you might want to go pick up. Like I said, please subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. And let me know. I'm thinking about doing some podcast style videos about as far as operating as a technician for low voltage and IT work. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments below. Thanks very much.